Good morning. I'm Lamar Thorpe, mayor of the city of Antioch. Have a lot of memories as a third grade teacher. Mr. Thorpe, can you tie my shoe? Mr. Thorpe, can I go to the restroom? Mr. Thorpe, so-and-so hit me. Mr. Thorpe, I'm hungry. My memories of teaching third grade are of 7 and 8-year-old innocently learning and constantly asking questions. But my most cherished recollection was sitting in a circle singing the Good Morning song every single day with my students. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. We're all in our places with sunshiny faces, and this is the way to start a new day. I can't begin to imagine what it would be like to walk into an elementary school and find 10, 9, or even 8-year-olds laying lifeless on a classroom floor, lifeless on a desk, or even lifeless on that rug where children have been taught so many songs about the goodness of life, including the Good Morning song. Yesterday afternoon, our nation once again learned about another horrific and deadly school shooting that took place at Robb Elementary School in Texas. The school teaches 7 to 10-year-olds. Yesterday, 19 little boys and girls and 2 teachers had lost their lives unnecessarily because of this senseless act. I want to express my deepest sympathies and condolences to the families and the victims of this unfortunate event. These types of events have become commonplace in our country, and we know exactly what's going to happen next. We'll all express our condolences, as I just did. Then we'll express outrage. And then we'll watch the political theater of Washington, D.C., pretending to do something meaningful around these life-changing events. Just yesterday morning, I was having coffee with Congressman John Garamendi, who has a history of supporting common-sense gun reform that is good for all of us. In that meeting, I pleaded with him about Congress acting on something meaningful around gun violence, especially assault weapons and ghost guns. About 4 hours after that meeting, I started to hear about reports of an elementary school in Texas experiencing a shooting. Unbelievable. Early this morning, like many of you, I dropped off my 12-year-old daughter at school. And I honestly wish I could stand here and confidently say that my daughter will be okay by the time I pick her up later this afternoon. But like many of you, I just don't know if that's the case. And here's why. In 2014 and 2015, researchers at Arizona State University and the nonpartisan think tank, The Violence Project, found that high-profile mass shootings like the one we saw yesterday spread contagiously, like a disease. And this is sometimes spread contagiously because of the national and international attention that is given to these situations. Their research has found that there is a window when the shooting is most likely to happen, or more incidents are likely to happen. And that's about 2 weeks after the initial shooting. And as we learn more about the shooter, the history of the shooter, and his or her motivations, I'm asking all Antioch residents, and really I'm asking all Bay Area residents, to remain vigilant among those closest to you, especially if they are expressing thoughts of suicide. This is not the time to take social media posts for granted, and this is not the time to think that, oh, he wouldn't do anything like that. Please report what you can. Tell a teacher, tell a counselor, tell law enforcement, tell a mental health professional. I want to invite Antioch Police Chief Dr. Stephen Ford to speak next, to talk about a little of the things you should be looking out for as we enter the next 2-week period.
Thank you, Mayor Thorpe. Good morning. I'm Chief Stephen Ford with the Antioch Police Department. First and foremost, my sincere condolences to those adversely affected by the recent events. As we've often seen in the past, we've experienced copycat events and research suggests the next 2 weeks are extremely critical. It is very important that if you see something, hear something, or know something, please bring that information forward immediately. The Antioch Police Department non-emergency number is 925-779-6900. Moreover, if you know of someone experiencing suicidal thoughts and or threatening behavior, please call 911. In the coming days, I'll be meeting with our superintendent of schools to ensure the most rigorous of safety measures. It is critically important that we ensure our schools, our neighborhoods, and our children remain safe. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Chief Ford, and thank you all for joining us here today for ways to remain vigilant. The next 2 weeks are very, very crucial. There will be time for debate on all these issues, but right now we need to remain vigilant in our communities. Thank you for joining us.